Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining Lewis University's television network. Today is Monday, October 7th, 2019. I'm Margarita Cremitis.
And I'm Mayette Lloyd.
And we begin with our top international and national stories. Hong Kong residents took to the streets Sunday to protest a new government ban on face coverings. Residents screamed at police and riot control officers that wearing a mask isn't a crime. Concerned their limit freedoms that have gone as far as to limit wearing masks, while others were more radical and were met with tear gas and arrested. Police claim that masked rioters also attacked nearby citizens at the protests, leaving at least 2 men and 1 woman unconscious.
On Sunday, North Korea said they will not meet with the United States again until the country abandons its hostile policy against the North. The two countries met for the first time in 7 months in Stockholm on Saturday, where the chief North Korean nuclear negotiator said talks broke down because the U.S. came empty-handed and was unwilling to disregard their previous nuclear policies. The U.S., however, claims there were good discussions between both sides that they hope to build on within the next 2 weeks. When the two countries entered into talks last year, North Korea said they were willing to do away with their nuclear arsenal in exchange for outside political and economic benefits, though foreign experts doubt they would fully abandon a decades-long program. North Korea has demanded that the U.S. come up with mutually acceptable proposals to save nuclear diplomacy before the end of the year.
Bonton Jean's neighbor was fatally shot Friday night. Joshua Brown, who was the key witness in the Amber Geiger murder trial and testified about the night Jean was killed, was shot 2 days following the sentencing of Geiger. Brown was shot outside of his apartment in the 4600 block of Cedar Springs Road around 10:30 p.m. Brown lived across the hall from Geiger. He was transported to Parkland Memorial Hospital, where he passed away due to his injuries. No suspect description has been released.
In Colorado, a 6,000-acre fire continues to spread today as weather conditions change to low humidity and strong wind gusts. Fire information officer said the wind is lining up with the topography, causing the fire to spread faster. A lightning strike caused the initial fire almost a month ago. This blaze is causing a pre-evacuation notice for Howard, Pine Ridge, Wellsville, and Swissville communities.
Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders suffered a heart attack during his campaign last Tuesday and was hospitalized for 2 days. The Vermont senator experienced chest discomfort at a campaign event and was admitted to the Desert Springs Medical Center in Las Vegas. Sanders was released and is looking forward to continuing his campaign. His campaign confirmed that he'll be taking part in the next Democratic primary debate on October 15th. Coming up next, we'll take a look into leading local headlines.
And later, we have the latest entertainment news. Stay with us.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
On Saturday afternoon, the family of Enrique Rivera gathered to commemorate their fallen family member. The 29-year-old was shot and killed last month on the south side. The shooter fired from shots from a dark-colored SUV. Rivera's family said he wasn't involved in any gangs. No arrests have been made, and the investigation is still ongoing.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has promised to stand by the numerous block clubs that work to unify some of Chicago's economically disadvantaged streets. Lightfoot attended the city's first block club meeting in 7 years at Simeon High School on the south side. The mayor promised to provide necessary support to help the clubs stop crime, boost economic development, and unify the streets. Other efforts involving block clubs include community events like West Garfield Park Produce Program, which saw 12,000 pounds of fresh produce donated to residents of the area.
E&M Strategic Development has met with Joliet's City Council and Amita Health staff to discuss plans for a potential hotel development. Hotel developers are considering a project in the neighborhood around Amita Health St. Joseph Medical Center in Joliet. E&M is expecting a contribution of $3,000 for the hotel's market study for the hospital neighborhood. Council member Larry Hugg, who chairs the Economic Development Committee, implies, "I think that's a fair requirement for them." Amita in April hosted planning sessions for the TIF district. A hotel was among the desired developments proposed at the session. Hugg mentions he believes a hotel is a good fit for the TIF district. Feasibility studies indicate within a month after it starts could determine whether the EMN hotel gets built.
A fire occurred early in the morning on Friday at a Hooters restaurant near the Louis Joliet Mall. An automatic alarm notified the city fire department around 4:17 a.m. Heavy smoke was visible from the roof and could be seen coming out from the vents of the building when firefighters arrived at the scene. A thermal imager was used to locate the fire, which occurred in the kitchen. The fire chief said no one was at the restaurant at the time of the fire. There were no injuries, and the fire is now under investigation. The restaurant will be temporarily closed until further notice.
Epsilon Upsilon Chapter Sigma Theta Tau International and the Nursing Honor Society are sponsoring a bra collection on October 16th through November 5th for the nonprofit organization Free the Girls. The bras will provide an opportunity for female survivors of human trafficking to earn money to support themselves as well as their family members. Collection boxes will be located at the Student Center, Borromeo, Charlie's Place, the library, the Oak Brook location, and at the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. All donations from new to gently used bras are welcome. For more information on Free the Girls, visit freethegirls.org, or for any questions about the drive, contact Dr. Carapas. When we return, we have your day's top entertainment headlines.
And later, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
Guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Ginger Baker, the celebrated drummer of the supergroup Cream, has died at the age of 80. Dad passed away peacefully, his daughter Nettie Baker said. Baker grew up in Lewisham, South London, and was the son of a bricklayer. His father was killed in World War II when Baker was only 4 years old. Bullied at school, Baker began playing drums as an outlet from bullying at the age of 16. He was earning a living as a professional musician. A year later, becoming a fixture of London's 1950s jazz scene. Baker decided to form his own band and invited guitarist Eric Clapton to join him. Clapton agreed to join with Baker to form Cream in 1966, and the world's first rock supergroup formed by already established musicians was born. Prince Harry is suing the owners of UK tabloid newspapers, The Sun and The Daily Mirror, for allegedly hacking his phone. A Buckingham Palace spokesperson confirmed that claims have been filed in court regarding the illegal interception of voicemail messages. The development comes just days after Prince Harry launched a scathing attack on the UK tabloid media as his wife, Meghan Markle, sued the UK's media on Sunday, claiming that the paper illegally published a private letter to her father. Joker broke box office records this weekend, even after many people threatened to boycott due to violence. The gritty Warner Brothers film about the origins of the crazed Batman nemesis brought in an estimate $93.5 million in North America this weekend. Joker is the largest opening for Warner Brothers this year, as well as one of the biggest openings for an R-rated film. It made $234 million worldwide. The film shattered the second held record by Sony Pictures' Venom, which only made $80 million. The film has been one of the most talked about movies of the year, starring Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, a troubled man who turned into a killer. The murderous clown's indiscriminate violence has put critics and authorities on edge. The FBI and Department of Homeland Security warned law enforcement ahead of the movie's Thursday night opening about a number of threats to moviegoers that were posted online. Some of the threats called for mass shootings at showings of Joker. Warner Brothers stated that the film isn't an endorsement of real-world violence of any kind.
How do you think the Joker will continue to do in the box office?
I think it will actually do really well. Surprisingly, it did well to start, even though there was a lot of media attention on it. I think that's actually what brought people to it, was that people made memes about it and started talking about it online, and that's why people went to it, and that's why people are going to continue to go to it.
It definitely went very viral.
It did.
Coming up next, we have your full 5-day forecast, and later we'll have a look at sports. Stay tuned.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Hello, I'm Jackie with your weather report today. Current temperatures of 68, humidity 39%, mostly sunny, winds west 13 miles per hour. And our local temperatures, we can see 65 up in Madison, 68 in Chicago, 70 down here in Kankakee, 65 in the Grand Rapids. Seattle, satellite and radar, we can see that there will be a little bit of storms over here in the New York and Washington area. We could see a little bit of storms up here in the Seattle area. It's mostly clear in the Chicago area. For our 5-day forecast, Tuesday we can expect temperatures of a 69 as our high and 45 as the low. Wednesday we can see a little bit of cloud coverage with a high of 70 and a low of 52. Thursday we can see a high of 73 and a low of 61, mostly cloudy. And for Friday we could see a little bit of rain coming in, so a high of 68 and a low of 39. Remember to keep up with LUTN weather on Facebook and Twitter. Now back to Maya at the desk.
All right, Jackie, thank you so much for that update. Stay tuned for sports next.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to LUTN. I'm Matt Mohan. The Lewis men's and women's soccer teams had a near perfect weekend as they combined to go 4-0 in a pair of doubleheaders. On Friday night, both Lewis teams coasted to wins over Truman State, and on Sunday afternoon, both teams backed up their performances with trouble-free wins over the Quincy Hawks. Lewis soccer has been killing it on the field and in the classroom as well, as the men's and women's teams received the U.S. Coaches Team Academic Award for their impressive GPAs. The Lewis men's swimming team hit the ground running at their opening dual meet of 2019. Flyers dominated Lincoln College by a score of 131-40. The Flyer winners on Saturday were Carter Thoss, Reese Taylor, Brock Starr, Jackson Mugg, Ruben Van Leeuwen, and Guyami Boulevard. Lewis returns to the pool next Saturday as they travel to Bloomington for a duel with Illinois Wesleyan at 1 p.m. One of the most interesting stories in sports came from the University of Iowa. Back in early September, 24-year-old Carson King was spotted in the background of popular pregame show College Game Day. King had a poster asking the world to send money to his personal Venmo account in order to replenish his Busch Light supply. He surprisingly started to receive several donations from random people, and instead of keeping the money for himself, he decided to donate all of it to the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. Last week, Venmo and Busch Light dropped King, and they quickly jumped on board, stating that they would match all donations. This spawned a massive donation effort that ended up raising more than $2 million for the Children's Hospital. As a result of a story about King's racially insensitive Twitter post from 11 years ago, then several outraged Iowa students got the reporter fired for his own homophobic Twitter post. It was a wild turn of events for what started as such an innocent, kind-hearted story. In briefs, the Blackhawks 2019 campaign is underway as they suffered a tough loss to the Flyers in Prague last Friday. Newcomer Alex Nylander scored for the Hawks, as did Patrick Kane, but the effort fell short in a 4-3 final. The Hawks get a week off before they take on the San Jose Sharks this Thursday in their home opener. The Chicago Bulls announced that they'll be debuting a new set of uniforms this season. The new kits will be black with pinstripes to pay homage to the championship teams of the 1990s. You can catch the Bulls at the United Center as they kick off their preseason tonight against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, it will be a long, uncomfortable transcontinental flight home for the Chicago Bears as they return from London after a gut-wrenching defeat at the hands of the Oakland Raiders. The favored Bears overcame a 17-point halftime deficit, but shot themselves in the foot with key penalties and poor defensive play. Backup quarterback Chase Daniel threw for 2 touchdowns, but also had 2 costly interceptions. The Bears now fall to a disappointing 3-2 as they head into their bye week. That's all for sports. I'm Matt Mohan. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's it for today's news. Thank you for watching. As a reminder, you can always keep up with Lewis News on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and by visiting our website, charliemedia.press. I'm Margarita Cremitis.
I'm Mayette Lloyd.
I'm Aaron Ostrowski with entertainment.
I'm Jackie with the weather.
Have a great night.